I mean, I brought it up. Oh, I brought it up a lot too. Just there were just a few issues with the tie system that I was concerned about. I didn't think it'd become a big thing, or that it would be so complicated to try and fix.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth just on ties. If we want to use just the base rules for now, and then like a future campaign, we can try something different.
It just seems simplest and easiest to just bother with the base rules.
Hmm.
But there should be ways to just make minor tweaks to make it easier. Like, why is it once per level ever? Like, you only get that thing once ever until you get back to that point again. That's the thing that bugged me.
It's
And
weird.
also the fact that
Yeah.
NPC ties just aren't a thing.
I mean, if you want to use those rules I had for NPC ties, I think those are solid.
Well, you never did show us the NPC ones.
Did I not?
I don't think you did.
Yeah.
And you showed us a very rough draft.
I pinned it.
Wait, no, I think no, you did. Yeah, fuck. It was foe and friend system.
Yeah.
Definitely something to keep in mind for the future.
It's this.
I mean, I think something on that level of simplicity is probably what we need.
I'm looking at the question you just gave for Victoria, and I'm just like, I'm not sure how I'd properly answer that without it sounding weird.
That's fine. It was a bit of a weird one I've been thinking of. Let me pull up.
That's fair.
That's Green's notes, okay?
Okay.
No, I had thought of these and I just totally forgot to send them.
Uh, does Vincent have a normal person he just really hates?
Vincent seems really chill. I'm trying to think if he'd have a person where he's like, oh, that's Todd. I can't stand Todd.
I think that was Richard for a while.
And then we learned. Oh wait, yeah. And then we learned that he had Eidolon and that he was actually kind of cool.
I'm wondering if you does Vincent have beef with anyone, or is he pretty chill?
He might have like a gym bro he has beef with. Some gym guy that he's just like. That guy's just a dick to other
Like an
guys in the
out-rab him.
gym.
Yeah, that sounds more like friendly
They can somehow
rivalry
out-rep him.
territory, though. Like, you don't actually
Yeah.
hate the guy. It's just he's kind of
I feel
annoying,
like
and
Vincent-
you want to do better than him.
Vincent probably doesn't hate like any normal people.
Is there just like a guy at the gym who just like he always leaves the weights on the bar, and he's always getting shit sweaty and not wiping it up after
Yeah.
stuff like
He
that?
makes like kind of shitty comments, like passive aggressive comments to other gym guys.
He doesn't like fat people working out at the gym.
And the one for Shepard, I thought of it, and there's not really cars in the city, but I feel like that wouldn't have stopped Shepard.
I feel like when it comes to like normal conventional cards, absolutely not within legal limits. But give them a little like thing, give them 10 minutes, probably can figure out something.
Yeah, like I feel like
But,
you've probably
like-
gotten your hands on like a forklift.
No, he's
Yeah.
forklift certified.
No, he isn't forklift certified. That's why it's so dangerous.
Okay, I need to talk to the
I
people
love
who do
that.
construction to ask how to get forklift certified.
Can't open my key.
One card left. And then the one with Charlie, I can't imagine Charlie has problems with customers, but I don't know how he feels about customer service.
I'm sure he likes just to talk to people and help them figure out what they need. Usually they have neat ideas, something a little weird, but it's not his place to say anything.
And being like in, like a smaller kind of like family business too, I'm sure it's not as bad as like a regular kind of corporate job. Not corporate.
separate.
Just a bigger job, yeah.
It's not your McDonald's. That will smell good.
Would Charlie do well in a McDonald's? It's not his kind of place. However,
He'd
he
be a
would.
very different person. If
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
War scarred
He'd do
Charlie.
well, it's just not his kind of place. At all.
And then could you think of anything for Victoria, Julie? Or
Honestly, I didn't even know that we were going yet. I was wondering, wait, why are we answering our questions already?
oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is the weird thing I was thinking about when I saw that question. I know that she existed in a cartoon land for the longest time, so she didn't even really need to worry about these concerns too much. But you imagine it probably came up in some of those very controversial cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely likes how nicer things seem these days. You know, in comparison to the very
Problematic.
exaggerated form of the problems of that time.
Mm-hmm.
People are a lot. You fucking Christ.
Nah.
Back in the day, she had her own World War II cartoon, and no one remembers it. Kind of like that Donald Duck one where he was a Nazi.
When I meant to make that flyer, I saw a million ones where it's like Donald Duck with a gun, and it was just like actual Disney stuff, and it's like, that's not what I'm looking for. But
That's fair. But yeah, like, people are a lot more accepting nowadays. Well, that's the main thing.
definitely fits. Okay. So I do know where to start. I don't know where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot of notes. I've got a lot of like details. I'm just gonna have to see where this goes.
That's how it always is, isn't it?
So yeah, I think when we left off, Martin had just entered the lobby you guys are staying in.
Yeah, we were talking about the notes that, not the notes, the emails and the evidence
Substance.
that Shepard and Vincent had gotten. Charlie learned that Victoria probably has a secret, and we had just got done, quote unquote, got done with those jerks, but now we're stuck in the hotel until shit gets fixed.
Basically. I didn't bother to name them last session, but I'll say you guys probably overheard the names. The lady who was upstairs was named Jane, we're gonna say. And the guy, you heard him called John.
Oh
Those
my god.
literally aren't even. Those literally aren't even generator names. You just pulled that out of your butt.
Yeah, no, Alistair just
I pulled
mentioned
that
that.
John
shit
and
out
Jane.
earlier.
John and Jane Joe.
The alternative was Becky and Brontosaurus, so you're welcome.
I don't know how relevant they're ever gonna be. This might be the last time they show up, so I'm not gonna worry too much. I'm not gonna make pit crews for them.
They're a couple.
They're props
John's
for this
up.
arc, essentially.
They're right on it.
So yeah,
Now
Martin.
that you've said that, we're going to actively try and make them important. I'm gonna make a tie with them by the end
Yeah.
of time.
Who's that? What's your story? Well, I'm gonna reveal some stuff. We'll see how that goes.
Well, Jane was on a vacation and she was chilling at the beach before she got mind controlled or whatever. So I mean, you could be like, you got any like kids at home or something? Let's make you a part of the family.
So power's still out. Calls are not going through. You see a lot of the guests are honestly more worried about that than anything else. A lot of them are still worried about the attacks, but like, you know, everyone's here, or like a lot of the guests are here and stuff like that. And these are a lot of rich people who are starting to get to the point where it's like, well, why can't I go back to my vacation? So you're getting a lot of that. There's not too many like residents, but there is a good amount here. Martin walks in. You see there's a lot of kind of just like a sigh of relief from a lot of people who kind of recognize this. You know, he's wearing the full uniform with the coattails. You see Jane immediately perks up, and he's like, "Oh my God, honey, thank God you're here!" And she's gonna run over to him.
No.
No. Why? No.
No. Not as if like he did have a bitch.
That's Martin's wife.
I don't think I'm gonna say just now girlfriend. I'm gonna say you don't ever see a ring on his finger or anything like that.
Okay,
That's
yep.
her sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking sugar daddy.
Meanwhile, I'm just in the background, like, you know, man, I'm so glad that she dies in my universe.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo!
She runs up, gives him a hug, pecks on the cheek and stuff like that.
The key.
The
No.
keek. The keek. And he's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I heard what happened. I ran right over here as soon as I could. As soon as I got the call. I'm so sorry about this. I got you this vacation while I was busy just to keep care of you and stuff like that. I'm sorry this happened. Da da da." So you hear him over here.
I hate him.
You overhear him say that he had bought basically like this weekend trip for her. He is going to kind of after a moment lock eyes with Lucian as he goes over to the staff, and he's going to start talking to the staff here. He's going to do that for a moment or two.
Would any of us be able to hear him?
I think he pulls the staff people aside to where you can see everybody, but it's like in the corner of the room. I don't think you could without getting closer or trying to do anything specific.
There. Okay.
Are you chewing? Do you gotta...
Yeah, I'm chewing, thanks.
Okay, is there anything you need to say here?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he sort of talks to these people. He then kind of steps into the center of the room with the manager of the hotel and a couple other people and says, "Okay, everyone, we're going to go through this quickly. I'm going to need everyone to stay here just in case there's any important evidence that leaves. And then I'm going to make sure this gets taken care of." And I think as he says this, he's going to lock eyes with Lucian very pointedly.
What a dick.
And I think he's in the center of the room now. You guys are probably all near the center too. Just as people of interest in this, I guess, is anybody staying... Shepard and Victoria, because Vincent is in Victoria's pocket right now.
Yeah.
Are you guys sticking close to Lucian and Charlie, or...
Probably. I'm like,
Yeah. I definitely had a different vision to what you were thinking, but now that you've said it out loud, I definitely agree. You'd probably be in the center of attention right now.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're all sticking together, regardless.
Okay. So Jane and John are kind of separate from each other, but they are essentially like in the circle with you guys. And Martin is going to turn to Jane, and he's just say, "Well, just let's start with your story. It sounds like what you happened first. Can you tell me anything you saw?" And she's like, "Well, I was down here in the lobby, waiting for you. You said you were to come visit, and then next thing I knew, I was just in a room. There was some guy who was like strong, like he just had like just like gray hair, I guess, and he just had a knife, and I just started screaming, and I just ran out of there. That's all I saw."
For real.
You see murmurs from the crowd here. A lot of people just look at Lucian for this, honestly. The gray hair and stuff like that, who's made a bit of a commotion.
I had a feeling this was the direction this was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent doesn't have gray hair, does
Vincent has white hair,
White hair.
Yes.
he?
but it was dark in the room.
yeah,
But
but
it was dark in there. I just love
Was
the
it-
fucking gift.
And plus, you're not going to get
white
everything
hair or
100%.
bleached hair? Like, did he just gray early or what?
Lucian's is definitely just graying hair.
No, I was asking Vincent.
Um,
Is
he
it what most
probably
people do?
dyes his hair, or like bleaches it.
Bleaches
say.
it would probably be the term.
Mm-hmm.
Well, bleach
I
would
think
turn
he,
it blonde,
I believe, well, he is originally blonde.
I was about to say, like, is there a
So-
way to make your hair just white?
Yeah, you can dye it.
I mean,
Some people have naturally silver hair, but like,
Yeah,
I guess you
it's
dye
yeah,
it
it's
too.
the pigment.
yeah, like, if I go outside, I would have platinum blonde hair, and if I were to bleach that thing, it would be white.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
But yeah, she gives this kind of report. I don't know if you guys want me to write this down or if you want to write this down, but what she is saying happened is she was in the lobby waiting for Martin to arrive, basically. And just next thing she knew, she was in this room. I don't think she gives the room number, but she is able to kind of talk to the staff to give the general area she was in. And said there was a strong man with light hair that had a knife. That is what she gives as her kind of record.
Does it
And
say, like,
everyone's
tall or
looking at
short?
Lucian. What?
She's just like tall or short. This motherfucker's tall as hell.
Well, actually, how
Yeah.
tall is Lucian?
Lucian is short. Lucian
Yeah,
is like
that's a big defining feature.
yeah.
Here.
Lucian is like 5'6".
And plus,
Yeah,
and
and
plus
Vincent
Lucian
is
does have an alibi.
6'3".
Yeah, I was actually about to say.
Yeah, and also, I'm pretty sure she did describe the perpetrator, quote unquote, as tall before.
Yeah.
Was that last session?
So, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they did, but at the same time, like, if they didn't, okay, there are times where, in a very tense moment, which this seems like it would be for her, you know, sometimes you can forget details, other times, you know, you're rushing it out, you can't get all the details out of your mouth.
Yeah.
It would
Mhm.
probably be something we could take note of if someone tries to say Lucian did it. We know that he has an alibi, and we can even question her. Well, you know, what were there any other details about the guy? You know, I'm pretty sure you know you'd recognize Lucian or something.
Do any of you guys say anything like this in character? Or?
Uh, those are just out of character thoughts. I'm explaining my point of view on this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for an opening because I can't just have Victoria jump in. It's not Lucian, even because no one said it's Lucian yet. They're
Yeah,
just
nobody's
looking for
really
it.
accused him yet.
Yeah. Objection to what?
Objection.
Warrior's
Uh-oh.
badge.
Nuh-uh.
What do you mean?
The fuck you mean? Nuh-uh.
And I just want to double check. Did Vincent explain what happened in the room?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Didn't they have
I
a
believe-
sidebar?
Yeah, you were the one who basically said you gave us time for Shepard and Vincent to explain.
Just double checking.
Yeah.
So I think Martin is obviously like very much like, okay, it's fine. I'm here. Let's get this sorted. And he's gonna turn to John over there. I think John gives him kind of just like an also relieved look, and like oh thank God he's here. And John is gonna say, yeah, no, I was out by the beach, and I was just walking, and he just like attacked me with like a knife. It was a crazy. He shoved me in the water, and I just sprinted in here to the lobby.
What the fuck?
He was there with that kid there, and it was just I don't know if he's in on it or what, but just like I don't know what happened.
My audio not working?
Nobody was really talking for a bit. So.
Okay, I was just
Okay, I was like,
For a second, I thought you were gonna say something because it sounded like you just almost got accused.
Yeah,
it was a
Yeah,
vague
yeah.
hand wave.
definitely. Charlie would have got caught off guard with that. He said, "You were the one with the knife. You were attacking us."
This is, I mean, it's As far as this is the John guy still talking. This guy is like nervous and twitchy, like in a different way from Lucian. This guy's full like anxious, like anxiety mode about everything. And he's like, I mean, it's you two versus me, and like, of course, I'm gonna say like, I was the one not being attacked or being attacked. You know, it like just makes sense. I don't think there's anyone else to back you guys up.
I think I just had a stupid idea.
Oh boy.
So, you know how cartoon characters can just pull shit out of their ass or them sometimes?
Always.
And you, I can just do it out of ink, technically, you know. So, can I reveal my master plan to say I have a picture of the event?
Hell yeah.
Dear God, we're actually using that damn move.
First one.
Oh my
How
god.
many
It only
sessions
took
is
us.
the first proper one?
Yeah.
So what's your gen?
My gen is 1.
Oh, so we can't even shuffle yet. Okay. Well, I know what this card is.
I
Oh,
also
wait,
know
God,
this
wait, what?
card is.
No, dear, what have you got?
Gambler's delight.
This is the negative,
you
I
got?
will say. This is a
There's,
bad card!
so there's one card left, and it's 6 o'clock. So unless someone is helping you here with actual actual tangible help, you're gonna not be able to push out of this.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Phantom Clock.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Well,
Wait, hold on, hold. The default Phantom Clock rules, that's not a thing yet. That's 9 o'clock.
oh, 9 o'clock. Okay, so you can't push out of this.
okay. Besides, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, not to fuck up someone's phone, but I can make it look more convincing that I took the picture if I quote unquote paint the screen, kinda. You
I'm
could say.
I imagine all kinds of stuff. I'm super hyped for this. So the card is Judgment.
you're like,
Okay. What does judgment even say, and what is revealing your master plan negative?
Your past
not
failures
good.
catch up to you.
Oh wait, never mind. Fuck.
Yeah, your past failures kept. I'm gonna start shuffling this ahead of time.
Yeah. I just need a. The thing I was saying wait about was from the bottom of the deck. There was one card. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's one card.
In that case, I don't know if I want to accept that. I'm just gonna push.
Okay, I'm gonna finish. No, I gotta leave this. Yeah, I still gotta shuffle the deck otherwise, and then push from this. Like,
8 o'clock.
does this get shuffled in?
I think it would. Yeah, because it quote unquote got. You know, it gets knocked out. You would put that in the discard pile. Then it would be shuffled. Then you just pull the next card. And that's my push.
Okay.
Judgment again.
If it's Judgment, I'm gonna scream.
The tower.
With judgment, I'm demanding you to just reshuffle it again because it's bullshit.
It's a Hierophant.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
My
yeah,
dissonance.
you can get rid of that. I'm
Oh,
fine
dude,
with it.
it's a dissonant. Damn.
I'm pretty sure that's my dissonant, right? Yeah.
You discover something.
Oh,
Wait, no,
That's,
that's
I guess we're both. That's mine.
Oh, okay.
I was incorrect. The
What
dissonant is
happened?
my Hermit is my dissonant, not Hierophant. Excuse me.
What happens on a neutral for Reveal Master Plan?
I think it is just like you look at the forecast, if I remember right. Reveal your master plan. When you enact or reveal that you've already enacted a clever plan to nullify or threat or put yourself at an advantage, you are revealing your master plan. Draw a gen from the bottom of the Fate deck and play one card. So I'm pretty sure it's just like Challenge Fate, but retroactive.
In that case, it would be, you, like, hold on, what is the fucking word? You discover something.
You discover something. What can you
There's
discover
a funny
here?
thing that I could discover, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to put that idea in your head.
I mean, maybe I'll just concrete something here. Do you paint this on, or do you think you actually took a picture with your phone?
I painted on because I definitely didn't remember. I didn't actually do anything at that moment. It's more like I would remember that, so I then put it on the screen. You could think of it like that.
Okay. So
If that makes sense.
you reveal this picture. I'm gonna say it looks pretty lifelike. You get all the details in there. You see that this guy sees this picture and immediately just like whips to look at Martin here. He's fully just like, shit, what do I do to Martin? He doesn't say that out loud, obviously, but he is very much just looking to Martin for guidance. And Martin's gonna say, well, I think that only cements the fact that they were near each other. And you see there's a good groan from, not like a groan from the crowd, but like another murmur where everyone's like, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
this it instigates you as a witness, but Martin is still fighting this 100%.
So it's pretty much a
Victoria's
nothing
kinda-
burger of a statement.
I want to punch Martin in the face.
I think, yeah, Martin
Fuck this guy.
Martin is very much like, Lucian, I'm very sorry to say this, especially with how long you've worked for the company, but I think I'm just gonna have to take you in.
Wait,
Didn't do anything.
hold on a moment though.
Hold, this is just a he said, she said.
Mhm.
He's got no evidence. How are you just gonna be like, we're gonna take you in?
Oh yeah, you guys can totally fight this. That's 100% what I'm expecting.
That's kind of what I'm trying to think of, but I'm wondering if it would. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this in a way that makes sense or works. Basically, Victoria wants to call attention to what James said. Because we know that. Okay, so hearing. What'd you say?
Cross-examination?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, this is full Ace Attorney at this point, so if you guys...
I've never played Ace Attorney.
Me neither.
it's fake, objection, nuh-uh, total, go nuts.
God. But with that said,
Alright, who wants to throw him in the pit?
so I hear this, and I'm going to, I'm just gonna call him out. I'm just like, yeah, wait a second though. What are you actually putting him away for though?
Lucian will be taken in for further questioning, and will, likely be kind of fined for his supposed assault charges, plural. He will most likely lose his job, but
Can
Assault charges
Vincent?
plural? I mean,
Yeah.
yes, we
So
know
it's
that
like,
they were.
do you not earn assault charges as well?
I
For all the other things you've done? Are you just immune to that?
Shepard, shut up. I'm sorry, but no.
can Vincent, like, because obviously motherfucker's like hiding right now,
Mhm.
but I think like he's gonna like tug on the inside of like Victoria's pocket to get her attention and just kind of be like, but if they're trying to match the same like description of Lucian being in his room and being the one with the knife, but also being the one at the same time down in the tent, how was he there in two different places?
That's exactly what I was thinking, and I'm just gonna say that word for word.
here's what I'm gonna say. How about you give me a glam draw, and you're not... I guess, no, who are you trying to convince? Are you trying to convince Martin or the other people here?
I'm trying to convince Martin, the guy that's threatening to basically arrest them and make him lose his job.
How... Can you give me a... I'm actually going to ask you to dredge, I think. As funny as that is.
basically the same pool, plus if I get a positive or a neutral, I can ask an extra question directed at them.
And I'll kind of just reveal something interesting based on what you draw.
Alright then.
Okay, that's gonna be the world, the lovers, and the emperor.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm probably not going to be doing that though. Hold on a second. Hold on. I seem to be missing something. Okay, so it's the lovers and the emperor.
And the world.
Yeah, I'm not taking the world.
All
but
right.
Let's save that. This isn't that important. I don't think I want to break something.
Break Martin's face.
Yeah, and get arrested along with Lucian. That would be fun for Charlie, wouldn't it?
Break his
Yeah.
argument.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Of course, it's up to him what I break.
I can think of a couple different things for either of these.
Yeah, I was about to say lovers, but, you know, I've been convinced. I'm gonna take, Emperor. I break something.
Okay.
And because I have purposely used a worse card, more XP.
Marks P.
Yay!
And I need to remember to mark XP.
I've got it on recording now, so thank God I can always listen back. So, I think you are starting to say these things, and what you're gonna break, I guess, would be because this isn't quite the check you were angling for, but I think you're gonna break Martin's kind of patience here, and you're gonna get just like a glimpse of something. Martin, I think first of all, Martin recognizes you, and he sees you as someone. You're gonna get two kind of vibes from him. One is like, what is this nice young lady sticking her neck out for? And another one is, this would be so much easier. Or this should be so much easier. Why can't I just hurry up and get this done?
Because you're a dick. That's why.
And
Damn, he's
since
so
you
mean.
did it for a dredge, and remember, Martin can always ask, you know, you as the GM, as Martin, I guess, whatever, can always ask Victoria a question back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to ask, does Martin remember the card thing? You know, the fact that I wink wink, you know, gave him back his ID. How does he feel about that?
Martin remembers that 100%. He doesn't remember because that's kind of a simple one. I'm gonna say he doesn't. He also does. He does not remember though. The Phantom fight essentially. He has no memory of that chunk of time. He just remembers being in the woods and then waking up in the woods.
Alright, that's a good point.
I think what Martin is going to ask you is if you're gonna get in the way of him getting Lucian fired.
Yes, if that's what it takes. I don't want him fired.
Okay, so you start to kind of explain this argument here, and you can immediately read this look on his face that is like, this dumb, this is fucking ridiculous. He's fed up. He's getting white man angry. You know, he is getting that quiet.
White knuckled.
Yeah, he's white knuckle. That's a great term for it. He's white knuckling. He's very rapidly approaching some kind of boiling point that he is keeping in check because of the people around him.
I'm gonna rip his shirt off. It's gonna be a wife beater.
Honestly.
How? Huh. I don't think it would actually be as big of a deal. I don't know if I'd be able to use it at all. But so we said it was his ID. Is there? god, this is gonna turn into a dredge and Prawn Dredge, isn't it? Is there something that I could use the fact that he lost his ID against him for?
I'll kind of include this in the last one, just because it does kind of just expand upon it. He sees you as, like, a good kid who might be sticking his neck out for the wrong person. So I think you could potentially manipulate him.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just like, I was thinking of a threat, not like a physical threat, like I wasn't gonna fucking beat the shit out of him. I was going to try and reveal something about him, you know, like publicly, like, you know, come on, you know, I was nice to you that one time, you know, you don't want them to know what happened, right? But losing his ID isn't as big of a thing as I'd be making it sound, you know?
Right.
Then again, he, by all accounts, he did kinda assault Richard, didn't he? And
He
Richard's
assaulted a
missing
lot of
now.
people, technically.
I think
Yeah.
an obvious thing to poke there is that you guys have no evidence of that. And also,
That's
like, it's
fair.
you guys are just some regular people, and this is clearly like, you know, this is equivalent of like a super cop who just waltzed into this area.
Well, I guess that's the most I can do right now, unless someone else has any ideas. We should just let this play out some more, maybe?
Someone throw me down. Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
think Martin is making a show of this, clearly. Lucian is very much like, I don't know, I've got plenty of witnesses saying that that's not true. I don't think that this is going to work out quite how you expect it to, Martin. Even if we do leave and we go back to headquarters and stuff like that, I think I'm, like, this is bullshit.
This is Martin losing his job in the end.
Hey Vincent,
Hi.
if... would you trust us to be able to prove your innocence if you revealed yourself right now?
Sure. How am I gonna reveal myself? There's people around. Someone gonna throw me down the hallway? Someone's just gonna throw this frog just down the hallway.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that, but you know what? That's gonna be funny as fuck.
I'm gonna scrap at the floor.
So he shows up from somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? He's just a frog, you know, hopefully no one notices you. What if you just jump out of my pocket? I have no idea how we're doing this in here.
If you want to sneak out, that could just be like an elegance draw. If you just hop out of the pocket and get going.
Yeah, I'm
My
gonna whisper
elegance
it down
is-
to my... I'm gonna walk away for a bit, whisper it down to my pocket and be like, hey, Lucian needs help, and Charlie's clearly uncomfortable. Can you try and help out? I promise I'll make it up to you. You won't be arrested. I promise.
It's like, hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be an elegance draw if you want to
God.
get away without anyone seeing you.
It's two.
2. The Hermit and the Devil. The Hermit fits.
That's also a
Are
different,
these-
so
Hold on.
move it from the deck.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I might as well. I might as well take the hermit.
Your actions isolate you. I think 100% you get your little froggy body over to the other side of the room. Everyone is very eye level. Everyone's kind of excited. I think you maybe miss a couple of feet from people who are like running around this room.
For real.
The staff and Martin is not letting anybody leave this room at the moment either.
But a frog.
But you kind of appear from basically next to a door. And are you gonna be human and just like Just while no one's seeing you do this?
Yeah. I'll like transform and I'll walk in.
Okay. Well, you don't walk in because all the doors are locked, but you can appear next to a door like you did,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and that's how you're gonna play that off?
Sure. Yeah.
So, what do you say as you kind of like show up? Or do you not say anything? Are you just here?
He just walks up to the group. Hey guys.
Okay,
Make
as
motion.
you walk across the room, you see Jane is going to turn.
I still have the knife on me too. Shit.
Yeah, Jane is going to turn. And be like, oh, that's him! That's him!
Oh fuck.
Martin is going to turn.
Martin
Is going to
knows
see
me,
you.
too.
And I think all of you guys are going to see Martin. Again, he just gets like another like step closer to this edge where he's like pissed.
He's edgy.
And he's going to just be like, no, you. Because he recognizes you. Because
Yeah.
you were out of disguise that one time.
Yeah.
So you see, he is going to pull out a walkie-talkie.
Oh no, big man with a walkie-talkie.
He's going to say, what does he say? That would be an interesting way to phrase this. I think he just he reaches in. He pulls out a walkie-talkie. You see it is not the one he has kind of clipped to his lapel. And he just says, I'm going to need some help. And he sort of starts to approach you. And Jane, again, is like going towards him. And he's like, that's, I think it's the guy. He's like, I don't know what happened or where he came from, but that's him. He's big. He's got the hair.
He's got the hair.
And Martin is going to, I think you also see the crowd here. A lot of people part away from you, clearly.
Yeah.
And a lot of the crowd is also looking at Lucian like, I mean, I guess so. Like, I don't know what is this just like two separate things? So the crowd is clearly like confused.
Yeah.
You see John is also super confused at this point. He seems to be looking between Martin and Lucian. And Martin approaches you and he's like struggling. I think by the time Martin gets to you, you guys notice the power comes back on.
Oh.
If any, I think you're too busy, clearly.
Yeah.
Who sent a message to Redbone about
Shepard.
it's time to go? Was that just Vincent?
Oh, was it me? Oh yeah. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Vincent sent the message, but it wasn't Shepard with him.
Yeah. Okay. So your phone buzzes a couple times.
Oh fuck.
But then I think all of your guys' phones, and these are like burners that Redbone had given you, clearly. And they're like, I can't get in, what's happening? If any of you guys check your phone.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm checking my phone. I'm just like, oh, so this wasn't intentional. Okay.
Like,
Well, fuck.
So I wasn't sure this would happen, so I'm not quite sure what Martin's gonna do here.
Barton's angry.
I was ready for you to frog mode this whole time. I think Martin is visibly confused too.
Yeah,
Barton's like,
I'm
holy
gonna look
fucking
back
fuck.
at Shepard. You know, maybe they could corroborate something with Vincent to prove Vincent's innocence.
I'm trying to think here. John is completely dead silent at this point. He's completely clammed up. Martin is kind of looking between you and Lucian and Charlie and is like, I've got help coming. You're all gonna have to come in with me. So we can clear this out. I don't know who did what, but clearly there is a lot of stuff going on. And I think at this point you see the crowd is agitated. I think Lucian also at this point turns to you, Charlie, and is like, you know this isn't gonna end well. And I know you know why this isn't gonna end well. Should you just get your friends and leave?
Well, one of the friends is now occupied.
Listen, kid, it's enough. I've hurt your family and your grandma enough. If you can get your friends out of here, I think that's fine.
He just doesn't know what to say or too.
My little.
You just you ain't doing good.
Man, you he didn't even play a card. Which card did he not play?
The other card was
You made him pull
The
the
devil.
hangman. You made him pull the hangman. He didn't even draw.
it'd be like that.
God.
Can I ask everyone, what is everyone's like thoughts at the moment? I guess is what I'll ask.
Victoria and I are both brains fucking racing, trying to figure out how to salvage this situation.
Vincent has been promised that he will be not arrested, so he
Yeah.
is now here, and he is like, he's probably just looking at like the rest of the crew, and is just like, okay, he's gonna save me from this problem. I've
That's
stopped.
why I was hoping Shepard
Oh.
would help me because he was there with. As far as Victoria's
Yeah.
concerned, he was there with them for most of that time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been hard to get a word in.
That's fair.
Right. Yeah, but I'll probably go up to Vince and say, or probably more Martin to Vincent's defense and say, hey, I was up there. Nothing happened. We do not need to do anything at this moment. We just stand here and talk it out.
So the crowd also is, confused by this. There's a lot of stuff happening, and the crowd at this point is like, what the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing is making sense here. Martin is just like on a power trip. At
Yeah,
this point.
and that's exactly it. Because Martin is at this point starting to get very frustrated that no one seems to be listening to him.
He's a little pussy boy. No one fucking likes him.
I guess whoever is more thinking about it, can Shepard or Charlie give me an investigate?
For what?
Just this whole situation.
Does Martin like want Lucian's position? That's why.
I mean, we both got good gen, but
Yeah.
I think it both got 3.
yeah.
No, he's got. No, Charlie's got 3. I got 2.
Charlie has
Yeah.
3.
Well, I thought you had 3. Damn. Okay.
No. Give me a phantom fight.
Okay.
I do think it
Give me a
is
phantom fight. We'll get to that point.
in character for Charlie to be doing this, just because
Yeah.
he's thinking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Moon, Justice, and Wheel of Fortune.
Oh God.
Isn't Wheel of Fortune resonant?
Wheel of Fortune is a
Yeah,
resonant
it's
and
my
a
resonant.
dissonant.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
special card.
Oh, it's the Fool is a resonant. Okay.
Oh, but it's investigate.
It's an investigate.
Well, yeah,
I
but
should've
you
done
can
it.
still
I
get
should've
a
done it.
resonant on that technically.
What funny push.
What push? What push?
I don't know what happens when you push and investigate. Do you just draw an additional card, or
I don't.
Oh,
I
this
don't
is an
even know if
investigate.
the-
I forgot.
Wait,
actually.
no, I was thinking of a completely different move. My bad. Also, fuck Moon. God damn it! Why you hate me like this?
is the Moon your dissonant?
The moon is just a negative.
No, Moon's just the worst.
Oh, it's just a negative.
It's just a very bad card.
I like the Moon too much for me to think it's a negative card. So is it negative,
I
negative,
know,
neutral?
Right?
It's
Yeah.
No, it's
negative, neutral, neutral. But
Oh, okay.
anyway, okay.
At least someone's
something
paying attention.
unknown or unknowable interferes. Yeah, that's already happened. Fucking
Yeah.
Martin.
Exactly.
fuck this bitch.
Jane's gonna run up and stab Vincent.
Okay.
I was expecting Martin to like come up and like just like shake Vincent.
Yeah.
Just start like shaking him. What the fuck are you here for?
Why are you here?
Where is she?
I think justice would be useful for something, but it just matters what question.
Yeah.
What's yours?
What do I burn the
Question.
moon on?
Who's the control here?
Well,
Not Martin. Martin's struggling.
This would be the least disruptive for the man.
No one's fucking listening to him.
Crap.
Oh.
you know, use your best card first, and then figure out the rest from there.
I have the best cards.
Well, yeah, but the reason why I said justice was, you know, justice is the situation becomes more fair. While yes, that can usually mean more fair in either direction, in this situation, we're kind of fucked. I don't really know which direction would be more fair, so I'd assume they would give it to us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing for justice anyway. Who's in control?
Okay, then.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, who's in control here? I think I'm trying to think of how to do this. Who's in control here? The answer I'll say right away is Martin. Who's in control here. On a neutral card, you guys are gonna see Martin. He's just gonna. Okay, I have to make a call. He's gonna turn to the staff and he's gonna say, just make sure everyone stays here. He's going to go to essentially kind of the opposite corner of the room. He is going to. I think what is the weird? It's gonna be weird. I know this is gonna sound weird. He is going to go into a janitor closet. He's gonna close the door.
At least.
I mean, I guess that's a quiet place to do a call.
After a moment, you are going to see Jane kind of turn, and she's gonna say, "No, you know what? No, it has to be the guy over there. He was not that tall." And then a moment later, Martin is going to walk out of the closet, and Jane is gonna sort of like collect herself. And Vincent, you're like right there. You recognize that as what happened upstairs.
I guess I want to make eye contact with Victoria specifically and just go, that right there. That's what happened before.
Martin approaches and he says, "Okay, I've got backup coming. The crowd is also at this point like even more confused because they're like, that is not what she just said. What the fuck?"
Did he walk close enough to me for me to like whisper a little bit to him?
I think you could.
Can I just like whisper to him, what did you really do in that closet?
He does not respond to you.
We still have 2 more cards.
Yes.
Anyone else can do anything?
Yes.
Oh man.
Wheel of Fortune is just up to the GM, so
Yeah.
What a fucking bitch.
Okay.
I think there's an obvious card here for an answer. We need the GM to tell us what to do, so...
What were you thinking? I had an idea too.
Oh, what was your idea then?
Burn Wheel of Fortune on weaknesses.
That's what I was
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well,
I
nice
was
to
just
see
thinking
we're all on
that
the same
too.
page.
Nice. It's the only one that is specifically asking the GM, okay, what is something we can do here?
So I'm going to do something similar here where I give you the flat answer and then I'll expand on it. The weakness you can exploit here is that Martin is kind of appealing to the crowd to make this happen. In that, like, he can really only get away with this if everyone here believes him. And if no one here believes him, then that's not going to happen. If he can't just, like, fully in front of all these people be like, he did it. Everyone's going to be like, what are you, dumb? No, there's no evidence for that. You know what I mean?
I have 4 glam functionally with Dazzle.
Yes. So
Thank you.
the crux here is he can't do this in a way that makes him look bad in front of all of these people.
He literally just did that, making his
And
girl.
I'll also say, as part of the Wheel of Fortune, I'm going to say, there are several people in the crowd who go, "Oh, my phone's back," and they're gonna immediately start recording shit because they're like, "This
Hell
is
yeah.
wild." They're like, "Look at this fuck." You see your people who are they're shooting messages. They're
you can
recording this
You
guy.
can still video record without having to.
They're doing
Absolutely, what people would always do.
yeah. They're doing Instagram Live.
But
Instagram Live.
no one has just like pushed the record button on their fucking camera feature.
I think people have been just like real scared, especially with the power out. Once the power's back on and people are realizing they can send messages, they're like, "Oh, duh," you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing.
They're instantly going to Truth Social. That's the only real world thing that stays.
Yeah, the Disney app. They're uploading. They're posting about all kinds of stuff now, and I think you see Martin notices this and is also. He calmed down a little bit after going to that closet, but now that people are starting to record this, and you see there's even a couple people in the crowd who are vocal about being like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not what she said earlier.
Yeah, why would she like literally point out Vincent and then just be like, no, it's not that tall. Oh.
Okay. So the last one's the moon. Just blow it on a question. Doesn't matter.
Yes. Okay. Moon on. You know, I thought of a pretty funny moon earlier. Moon on what's hidden here.
Moon
We're
on what's.
literally in sync.
My God.
What is? Oh my god! What is the funny thing to do? I have a really funny thing to do here, but it's not really a negative. Is my issue, but it would be so funny to bring this out here.
For fun?
You see. Ooh. You see John kind of stands up, and he's been away from Martin for a little bit, so he's panicking, and he's gonna say, "I've got a recording too. My glasses, they're cameras."
What?
Oh my god, he's gonna out himself.
And he is going to pull out his own. No, his own phone was messed up from the water. But you see, he's gonna pull out like an SD card from like a slot in his glasses.
Man had a Google Glass. I thought they died.
Okay, I guess Scalawag is stepped away for a moment, so let's take a moment. I need to figure out exactly how I'm gonna phrase this.
I didn't know the GM could reveal their master plan too.
Yeah.
You know what the funny part about this is, though? By all accounts, he keeps screwing himself over. We know the truth. I mean, yeah, he's gonna reveal that we have Eidolons, and he did get assaulted. He did also have a fucking knife and attempt to assault someone.
I think that's what
also-
Nate meant by not exactly a negative.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it more of a negative, but I was like, this is too funny to not use.
Has none of the staff come back with the fucking knife that was just like laying on the ground outside?
Ooh.
That as well. Do they not also not have fingerprint scanners here too to show who's been holding this fucking
I'm
knife?
trying to think of. You'd be too busy to notice anything about anybody who left. That's what I'm gonna say.
That as if having fingerprint scanners is common.
I mean, we just have a machine that scans a card and gets all of its information. The
We
fuck,
were
they can't
gotten
just...
that from a special means.
Well, here's what I say, because I think you guys would notice this too. The person who left to get help has not come back yet.
They got
Did
fucked
I miss
up.
anything?
They're dead.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Well, we were just talking about how we're gonna move forward from this. We
Okay.
weren't actually doing the game while you were gone.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy is going to pull this SD card out. He's going to present it to Martin. Martin is going to look at it. I think he does not really show anybody.
Convince him, like, speak up and just be like, put it on the big screen. Let everyone see what really happened.
Yeah, I want to make that like an intimidate, because that'd be funny, but...
What do I do in an intimidate?
Or threaten. But I don't think it's how that... I'm trying to think. I think...
The mechanical thing with threaten is you actually have to not only what you're doing there is okay. Sorry.
No, you're right.
What it
It's
sounds
funny
like
though.
Vincent is doing is trying to tell them to do it. That sounds like a dazzle to me if they actually want to go on ahead with it.
Well,
Funny
that does
thing
sound like fun
was,
to me, but maybe also a dazzle.
yeah, the funny thing was, I was planning on doing my own dazzle.
Hmm.
So if we can get that on a screen somewhere to see it and have proof, I can use that against Mark.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna be helping. Wait, it doesn't work like that anymore. Fuck.
I mean, Victoria, at this point, you've been angling it for like a while
A
now,
while.
so I'll just fully throw a set. Let's make a glam.
Me?
She's
Or,
got
Yes.
him.
Victoria.
Oh.
Because I think at this point, you've gathered so much information here that you could make a really solid argument here to the people.
Alright. Or remember, if this is this gonna be a dazzle or challenge fake glam?
This is going to be a dazzle, but you're dazzling the
Okay.
crowd.
Yeah, so that would be 4 cards, and so Victoria's gonna look around, be like, "Did anyone just notice what just happened there?" I mean, like, he walks. He's clearly wanting Lucian gone for some reason. We don't know why, but he stomps on in here, starts going raving mad for no reason, and then he goes into a back room, and suddenly this lady changes her mind. She nearly got assaulted, quote unquote, by my friend, and suddenly she changes her mind. It's not him anymore. It was a guy that was outside the entire time. We saw where he was when she started screaming. And while that's going on, turns out these people have weird tech. What's this shit? The guy has a SD card in his glasses? That's not a normal guy. It's a freaking sting operation, isn't it? They want to get rid of him. This is all just to go against Lucian. You believe this crap?
Hell yeah.
The conspiracy.
Okay, so that's 4. It's the Fool, the Sun, Temperance,
Oh no.
and the Magician.
Get Temperance out
The
of here.
magician's good.
It's temperance.
Temperance
is my
is
dissonant.
dissonant.
Hey guys, I think we should go with that.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I wonder. Man, I miss those forced dissonance. Why don't we just go?
A forced. Imagine during this scene, you just start melting.
Oh no.
I am almost tempted. I want to so badly.
Oh,
But
right.
I'm gonna go with the sun because we need something
Wait,
to
no.
celebrate.
Wait. But
What?
achieve an impossible success is magician.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to save the best cards for later.
Oh, fair enough.
Do you really want me to use magician right now?
I mean, I was just suggesting that you have a point.
Well, the Sun is also. You're given cause to celebrate.
So they're both equally as good.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think the situation would be fine either
Yeah,
way.
the book describes the magician as the best card, but they also describes the world as the most positive card. So there's 2 best cards. I'm pushing magician for later.
Okay.
So you're doing the Sun?
Yeah. We need something to celebrate.
Yeah, you see the whole crowd at this is very much on your side. There's about half these people here are residents of Epcot, and they're kind of like about this whole thing because they're here. But the other half are just like rich people who do not like being told what to think or do. So they're 100% just like, no, absolutely not. You see someone yells in the back, call your supervisor. What is this?
Damn!
As someone says that, Lucian is going to say, oh, shit. And he is going to pull out his phone, and he's going to make a call. I don't think you guys see this, but I think Charlie, you hear this. He's gonna say, after rings for a moment, he's gonna say, "Hey, Carly, listen, I don't know what, uh, red class stuff is happening. You need to get down here. What you?
Hold on, I need to be right back for a second.
Okay.
Sorry.
What do you want? What do you want?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I want these so bad. The giant race tokens you could use for stats.
Oh, that is really cool. Actually, that'd be really helpful for us, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We need a stack of like 50 though. Oh my gosh. That rub smells so good.
TVs.
What did you want with the roast tonight?
Soft potato crowns?
I think so.
Let's do those.
We should.
Nate, how long has the recording been going for?
I don't know if OBS will show me. Yes, it has. 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Okay.
I do not know how much space this is going to take up.
It's going to take up quite a lot if you have an MP4.
Let me see. This PC. Oh, I've got like 100 gigs. It shouldn't hopefully
okay.
ruin it.
No, it's not going to be that much. But it is going to be quite a lot.
Fact book.
It's not Facebook. No. It's called Fact. Excuse you, sir. Could you not? My guy, can you sit down? Oh, if you're gonna crawl on my lap, can you at least fucking sit? God damn. Listen, buddy. You're 8 years old and you're 20 pounds. Could you fucking sit down? You're not a young little baby anymore. I know you want to act like it, but you're not.
Sometimes you just see GIFs and you're just like, what?
That's exactly what Martin was gonna do to Vincent. You know what?
Sniff, 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 sniff.
Oh, I found like the smallest gift. if you can find.
Biddy.
Yeah. Oh, is it not here anymore?
Oh, I was like, what are you doing?
I hope he's picked up on the mic for the recording.
Oh my god, you're... It's hard to hold you, buddy. You're so fat. I'm trying my hardest to hold you up, buddy, but it's hard. I'm trying my hardest. Oh!
I think I'm back.
Hey.
Hello.
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 Bucky. Aww.
Okay.
Bucket.
Gene, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Sound off. Okay. Yeah, Lucian gets on the call. He says, "Hey, Carly, I need you over." Oh, okay. You're on your way? Okay. And you see, basically before he even hangs up, someone walks in. I'm going to see if I can find the pit crew I made for them. I should have done this. I don't know why I didn't do this a moment ago. What the fuck was I doing? Are they here? Copy. Put them in NPCs for now. You guys know their name. Jason. Kind of like she appears a thing, darker skin, bigger woman. She's not wearing that outfit. She's wearing kind of the generic kind of secretary outfit, pencil skirt, glasses, all that. She kind of storms into this room, high heels clicking. Very not happy. You see, she kind of storms in here and just kind of looks at all the people, turns to the staff and just says, everybody out except for these guys. And she points to all of you and Jane and John and Martin. People are confused. Kind of, a lot of them are relieved. Like, thank God I can go back to my vacation. They're gone to their rooms. Carly pulls all of you guys into kind of a what's the word for it? Conference room? Where'd the music go? I just realized.
It ran out of time. Like it was just 30 minutes.
Oh, I forgot to set up the repeat. Fuck. By the way, I was gone for a second or two. I didn't really hear what Carly said, but I was gonna mention Carly looks cute.
Thank you.
But
Command.
all Carly said was everyone out except for us, basically.
Repeat.
Alright.
Q. Martin looks kind of visibly frustrated at this, but you see he kind of clams up here, which is not very common for Martin. Pulls all of you guys into a conference room. Just pull everyone? Yeah, pulls everyone. And is going to kind of pull Martin and Lucian even farther aside into the corner of this room. And you see there's kind of just some hush whispering here. You see John and Jane are kind of like off to the side away from you guys. Both of them look very nervously at your group, I should say. I don't know what you guys are doing in this room in this moment.
I'm talking to Vincent saying, okay, they're gonna ask where we were. So let's just say we were up in the room getting some food service.
Vincent's just like, sure. I think Vincent Foley is just like, I would rather have that have been the case than what I had to go through.
I want to check in with Charlie again here. Is Charlie more relieved now that this is happening, or is Charlie even more on edge?
He's relieved that, well, Martin seems to be under control at the very least. He was an ass trying to just assassinate his father's job, basically. Or just straight up, maybe. I don't know. But this seems better, at least for now.
Yeah.
Make sure you're staying close to Charlie regardless, just in case things get tense again.
I'm trying to think here of what exactly happens. They separate a bit. I think Carly kind of makes sure to separate Lucian and Martin here, and is going to kind of half storm out of the room. And she's like, "I will be right back. I got to do some fucking damage control." And she's going to leave the room. At this point, Lucian is going to turn to Martin and is gonna. What exactly is he gonna say? I should have thought it said that. He's gonna say, "I know what you were fucking aiming for. You weren't gonna just like get my job." And Martin is sort of just sullenly, got his arms crossed, pretending to be big and tough, and is sort of just
He's like
keeping it silent.
He's like a kid throwing a fit because he didn't get away with what he wanted to do.
Fucking bozo.
No talk, me Angie.
Lucian, I think, continues to walk away and is going to pull you guys aside, but mostly Charlie. I think he's going to put his arm on your shoulder, basically. His hand on your shoulder, that's the word. He's not doing buddy-buddy quite. And he's going to be like, we got out of the room with the people, which is good. This is still not a great situation. Just try to keep your head down. Seems like he knows your friend, which is... I mean, I don't know where it came from, but that's not a good sign. And I mean, unless you guys do something, I think a good 10 minutes goes by where it's just like dead silent and awkward in here.
I think probably at some point Vincent has like thrown a glare at Jane and is just like,
She
"Fuck you,
she
bitch."
flinches visibly, I
And
should
then
say.
I think like after that he turns his attention to Martin and just like throws a glare at him. Like Vincent's just like mad about what's happened, and now that he knows Martin fucking did it, now he's even more mad.
I think Martin is looking. I think this is like a big thing. I think there's like a good like bay window that looks out to the beach area, and I think he is just staring out the window here. I think he checks his watch a couple of times.
I'm gonna punch it. He's got a punchable face, and I'm not even sitting there in the room in this fictional scenario.
I think what is like an interesting I can have Martin do here. I think a couple minutes goes by. Carly does not come back. Martin is going to decide something. He is going to pull out that walkie-talkie again. And he's going to say, into the walkie-talkie, let's try this again. And the power is going to go out again.
God damn it.
Jesus.
The only light coming from this room is from the bay window. You guys...
And the fireflies.
The fireflies, true. Oh, yeah, nobody's talking about that, so... I keep forgetting.
It's not a center point anymore.
And then I think Martin is just gonna go. I think Martin is cornered and he's upset about a lot of things. I think Martin is gonna go for it. You see, Martin is gonna summon his Eidolon Toxic. We might want to change this to a battle thing real quick.
What a fucking little bitch! Oh my god!
That's it.
But, okay. Stinking bastard.
That's the song. Okay.
Yes, the Britney Spears song.
Question: do we have our phones?
Yeah, you got your phones.
Huh. I'm gonna look to Shepard and tell him start recording.
Absolutely.
Is that the wrong button? What did I put? Repeat. There we go. You see Jane and John's eyes kind of go glazed over and they go slack, and then they kind of transition a little bit, and you see that they're kind of like how they were holding their body and stuff like that matches Martin's, just like 1-to-1. And you see Martin is going to basically start. He's gonna start. What is he gonna do exactly? I think he is going to sprint at Lucian. Lucian gets ready to deal with him, but you guys see Jane and John just start sprinting.
Can I wrap them up with my ink? Someone else can handle Martin.
Yeah,
I get how it works now. Toxic manipulation.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, as soon as he went over to the closet, he must use toxic on Jane and
Yeah.
organization, I guess.
He's touched her the last 24 hours, guys.
So, do you guys want me to explain what he does? Or you want to still try and figure it out a little more?
I feel like figuring it out would be more fun because we had an assumption of what it did, and clearly that was wrong. I thought it was some other guy, not.
Yeah, I thought it was some other guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did it for a bit as well.
Unless this is like he takes the Eidolons. So he also have that like little like broken glass doll thing.
Yeah, you see him physically summon Toxic. So you do see his
physical Eidolon. Can I request that someone go after him? Because I think Vincent's, instead of targeting Martin, is going to go after his Eidolon.
I mean, if Lucian is going after, Martin's going after Lucian, then Charlie's definitely raring to defend him.
So
it seems like we all have our jobs. Shepard's recording the fight.
He's our cameraman.
World Star.
World Star.
I got a little something that I went over with Nate like a while ago, and I haven't used it yet.
Oh.
I got my dollar store camera. Oh.
So can I try and do my little like what did I call it? The luminescence like ranger thing?
100%. I would like to resolve. Julie had brought up something they wanted Victoria to do. We can start there.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we'll jump over to you. I want to say also, what Victoria you notice is that these people, they're like matching his movements 100%, but because of the way they were angled in their position, they're kind of just running into nothing, and they seem more of a danger to themselves than anyone else. So you can 100% do this. Do you think this would be a bombard or a challenge fate biz?
Bombard means I'm just shooting at them, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm trying to simply manipulate my ink to wrap around them. That's a pretty weird thing for ink to do, so I'd say biz probably.
Okay. That's 3 for you?
Yeah.
It's the Chariot, Judgment, and the Empress.
Chariot is my resident.
What is...
Chariot is neutral, but it's just you exceed your own limits.
Judgment is your past mistakes come up to you, and the Empress is you create something.
I was about to say, this sounds like an Empress moment, because I am creating something.
I think you're gonna create an opening here. Yeah, you 100%. That's a neutral, so I think it's the next time you make a move, you draw one less. No, it's a face. It's challenge fate. Never mind.
Yeah.
So it's regular. I think you're gonna create an opportunity here in that these people are still. They're not hurting themselves. They are still. You can feel that they're trying to mimic Martin's movements here. And I think with you, can you describe like how you're doing? Like, are you doing just like thin bands, or are you doing like covering them in ink?
I was doing thick bands technically, but yeah, that's what I was imagining.
I think as you do this, sort of, it takes you a moment, and how you see because I imagine that you can like feel through this ink too. As this ink wraps around something that is there, and you can feel that there is like an external thing that is like on their body in this moment.
Ew, he's covered them in his stank.
That's not like I'm trying to think here.
His toxicity.
Like protruding, I guess might be like. Do you know how like your crystals are sticking out of your body? It's something like that. You don't think it's crystals, but. Gold star.
Alright then, I'll keep that in mind.
And then Shepard, were you going to focus on doing this to Martin or?
Martin, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think of
I'd
how.
probably be a bombard.
Yeah, we'll call that a bombard.
Yeah. So, Gambler's Fate. Give me that one.
Death.
Oh.
That's a resonant.
Oh, that's great.
I believe.
It's neutral.
See, that is like so like. Death sounds like the worst card you could get,
Where it's actually neutral.
but it's a neutral.
It's
Yeah,
kind of how.
Death is more about change than it is about like actually, suffering and dying.
Yeah, the actual tarot represents like the cycle of life and rebirth and such.
So it's just ignore the forecast and pretty much neutral is glancing blow and draw one in this card next time you make a move.
Shepard.
You could potentially get a positive on the next draw.
Yeah,
There we go. I wrote that down.
but
Okay,
you know,
alright.
I'll take that death.
Oh, you will? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess describe how you do this.
I probably like a firefly comes in my hand. I just like match it up a little bit. I don't know how to describe it as other than that. And I just like pull my fist back and just like open the palm, and it's like so much. I don't know how to like describe it other than it's like just throwing like a bunch of glowing like liquid at someone.
Okay. Yeah, you splash him essentially in the face with this stuff. And you see he's going to stumble back a moment. He was going to lunge at Lucian. You see the people you've got bound up, Victoria, also react. Like I said, they're mimicking and mirroring his body movements 100%. And so you see they react and they yell out in surprise at the same time. And I think at this point, Lucian is going to kind of angle himself so essentially Martin is trapped between him and you, Charlie.
Oh, wait, like a pincer thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to do something here? Or?
Oh, I didn't know you were asking.
Yeah, so I was...
Sorry.
You're good.
Well,
He was
alright
giving you an
then.
opening and expecting you to react to it.
Yeah. So, in that case, Charlie will indeed pull a scrappy doodle.
Hell yeah.
And you know what? I got it. Why not? We're doing Bloody Knuckles on this one.
Sweet. I need to pull up that list.
Scrap viciously with no regard for your own safety. If you play a neutral or positive card, choose one of the following consequences in addition to the card's forecast. You create an opportunity to your allies, you impress, surprise, or intimidate your target, or you take control of the situation.
The cards are the High Priestess, Strength, and the Hangman.
Oh, there's a rather fitting one here, ain't it? Yeah, let's take strength. And I'm taking control of this situation.
So I think, Charlie, knows enough about Martin and his deal to kind of know not to just hit him, otherwise you're gonna hurt the other two people here. So I'm imagining you're getting him in like some kind of headlock or something, or like you'd make like Lancelot just appear behind him, and it's just poof, over the arms, you know.
Yeah.
And I think you've got him backed into a corner here. Martin is clearly struggling. I think at this point Lucian rushes him, is going to grab Martin on the arm, and
Oh.
Martin is going to turn pure silver. And you see at this point Lucian's like, okay, it's fine. I got this. If I can hold him for a couple seconds, he'll be dead and nothing will happen. You guys,
Dead.
yeah, you guys say that, you turn, and you also see these other two people. They don't turn silver, but they do like completely freeze in place. And you see,
Can Vincent immediately speak up? He's just like, you will kill the other two people in the room if you let him die.
I mean, Lucian does not
Probably
seem.
doesn't care.
Yeah, Lucian sort of has this look on his face where he's like, well, that sucks, but he's not.
Like, he's jaded, pretty much.
That's a good. He's definitely like not happy about it. It is not psyched, but he's very much in sort of a like. I mean, this guy's trying to kill us, so. I guess Charlie, do you do anything here? Oh,
Sorry.
What were you saying, Victoria?
I was going to ask if anyone actually was recording.
No, I was just like holding the camera with one hand and then with the other,
Okay,
like the
thank you.
splash. Yeah.
I'm going to call out the Lucian. Hey, well, we don't want to kill the guy. Let's just talk to him. I'm pretty sure we can convince him to stop having a little shit fit, okay?
Killing anyone is not going to help the situation, Luke.
he looked conflicted when Victoria spoke up, but I think as soon as you say something, Charlie, he lets go of Martin here. I think Victoria, you notice that these people start to struggle much less. They start to kind of just like they're like, oh fuck. You see Martin fully throws up here.
Oh.
You see he is shivering. You see he's gotten blue lips at this point. He is very much looking rough.
Good. He deserves it.
Is that like this? I forget what it's called, but like the Star Wars when Han Solo got like carbonited. Is that carbonite?
I think anybody standing near him, like Charlie, you are holding him with Lancelot. You notice he like got like physically colder. Like it is cold to stand. Like it's like standing next to an ice cube. He is freezing right now.
I'm gonna keep my word. I'm gonna walk up to him and kneel down. Be like, "Did you get what you wanted?"
Go. This is fucking ridiculous.
All right, Martin. I need you to understand this right now. We have this entire fight recorded. And we can send this to... We're gonna send this out. We can send it to important people. I need you to know... Yeah, we can hand it to Carly. Show her what was happening in this room. Do you want that to happen, or do you want to sit down like the nice little man you are?
He is very sullenly, I think... Is anybody still restraining him, or does anybody not want to touch him?
I mean, is his Eidolon still going? Does he still have his Eidolon out?
yeah,
I assume not, because he's been fucked up.
Yeah, he's stopped using his Eidolon for the moment.
Good, okay.
Lancelot is definitely there, if not physically restraining him, then just keeping a very close eye on him.
Gives him some space to throw up.
He's a knight. He's had worse barf on him.
Martin is like he is fucked up. I don't know if I don't want to make you guys make a check for this. He is almost like suffering from hypothermia at this point.
Yeah.
It is wild. I think he is going to kind of shakily reach into his coat he's going to pull out that same kind of walkie-talkie he's been using.
Can Vincent walk up to him and like snatch it from his hand?
If you
I don't think he is gonna be doing anything bad with that walkie-talkie. To be fair.
do you
Unless
want
he
to
wants us to reveal it.
Okay, so I've been imagining you on a different part of the room.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get to him before he does anything with it, I think that's going to be another elegance draw.
Pop the table.
Yeah.
No, we'll leave it. We'll see how it goes, I guess.
By the
I
way,
can
I
help.
was aiming for a threaten. I am genuinely intending on revealing that if he does not do good by us. I got a feeling by the fact you didn't make me pull for it, he's probably gonna do good by us.
No, you're right. I'll let you do a threaten there. I should have let you do that. Because I had this very specific plan for him.
Oh, okay.
So that's draw POW. What's your POW?
Oh god, oh fuck.
1.
Intimidate is.
You've got some tie things you could do though, can't you?
Hi.
But we're still unsure about how that shit works. Okay, so let's make that ruling right now. Is this once per uptime or once ever?
Once per uptime sounds good.
Let's do once per uptime because I'm curious to see how balanced that is. I'm down to do once per uptime.
Because I have a level 3 tie with Vincent. I could use
yo.
their POW.
So it'd be POW 3.
Yep.
That's the tower. Thank God you did.
God.
Fuck.
The star and the world.
Oh my god.
What a spread.
God.
What an absolute.
Negative and 2 positive.
The duality of cards.
Holy.
Okay. I think I'll take the world for this, because a new direction doesn't really make sense here. Like, I don't really see what you would do with that.
So you're basically threatening him to like stand down essentially, right?
Yeah, basically, I'm telling him to stop fighting, sit down in your little chair, and pout.
Be a good little boy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Martin is barely standing. I think John and Jane are both essentially collapsed. They're just completely out of it. I don't think you got to worry about them. I think he sees this. He sees kind of a moment where he's essentially, from like his perspective, it's like he could like you guys could kill him and he could take out those two with him, or he could just surrender. So he is definitely gonna surrender here. I think he's like, fuck. Okay. God damn. I think after a moment, Carly, you hear just like a, just kind of shuffle at the handle, just a heavy knock, and then you see just Carly just kind of shunts the door down.
Oh my god.
It's a big
love
double
Carly.
door. She just sort of opens it up, and you see.
Was the door locked?
I was going to, it never came up because I thought you guys might go for it, but it's got like a digital pad on there and you can't open it without the power was what I was going to say.
Dude, Carly's a badass.
Yeah, Carly kind of buffs in here and she is just like, I was gone for 10 fucking minutes. What is this? Do you know what kind of reports I got to report, Lucian. Lucian is going to be just like, Martin, as far as I can tell, was using his Eidolon to try and angle for my job. I don't know why. I don't even want my fucking job. He seems to want it.
I feel that.
And you took him down yourself? I think... Okay, I wanted to see people's reactions.
I guess I'll speak up. Unless someone else wants to.
I mean,
I
I'll let you say something first.
What?
I'll let you say something first.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna point. I'm just gonna point to Martin, as insultingly as possible. Just like, here you go. He's not down at all. Just wave my hand over to him as if showing him off. He's still okay.
Okay. I'm going to make my job easier and just go with the obvious kind of situation that Lucian took him down by himself. He looks freezing cold, so I assume that's the case. I was gonna say I'll be right back, but I don't trust you guys not to start something.
If he wants to start something, well, you know what? That's fair. Sorry.
I
Yes. That does sound reasonable.
I think after a moment, the power comes back on, and then Carly kind of just like doesn't. She steps aside. She's still in the room, and is making some calls. And then, unless you guys want to do anything specific, I'm going to jump forward a couple hours, essentially.
Ouch, goddamn.
It takes a while for people to get in here.
I was about to say, why the fuck hours? Epcot isn't that big.
It's mostly dealing with the people, and a lot of it is just like confiscating cell phones and pictures. It's more that like they're not letting anybody leave. You see some more people, community people show up. Martin, I think, doesn't out you, Vincent. I think Martin at this point is kind of dead silent. He's sort of just like, if I'm not getting my way, no one's getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think at some point Vincent's probably just like smirked at him out of like between the commotion.
I think some medical people take John and Jane away at some point, and then you see, eventually Carly kind of pulls Lucian aside, just sort of just has a private conversation with him. Unless anybody wants to listen in specifically, I'm not going to reveal the contents of which. But after a while, it's starting to get kind of not quite the sundown, but it's like it's summer, so the sun is definitely still out. But it has been a couple hours. It's like 4 or 5. Sun's getting a little bit low. I think Lucian pulls you aside, Charlie. You guys are out at the beach. Everyone's left because they've been like, "This sucks. We're gone." And he's just sort of walking on the
Hold
beach
on
with
a
you.
sec, sorry.
Okay. I need to check this recording. It should be fine. I don't know how much room this is gonna take up.
It should.
It's not gonna take the whole 100.
No, yeah, no, but like, did you check what the resolution is?
No.
If you turned all the recording settings down, it should take up less space.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do that while it's still going, but
No, because it'd probably be something that you would do beforehand.
I could always pause this here, see how big it is, and then do like a separate recording.
yeah, I guess it could.
Yeah, because yeah.
Accessibility, hotkeys. I've had this downloaded, but I was using it to play Magic over Discord easier, essentially.
Fair enough.
I think it'll be fine. Like I said, I've got like 100 gigs or so. Worst case scenario, the next time I make it less.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hey. I'll leave the music going. I think Lucian
Alright.
is essentially walking with you on the beach here, and he is looking tired. He's like, oh, I'm real sorry about that kid. You're good, right? You and none of your friends are hurt?
Yeah, we're fine.
All right. Well, I mean, glad to see you. Uh, tell your grandma I said hi. I'll stop by sometime. This is. I can't tell you too much, kid. I think as he says this, he's gonna reach into his pocket, and he's going to pull out the watch that I mentioned, and the scrap of fabric, and he's going to kind of just press them into your hands. And he's gonna say, these were your parents. I kind of just I wanted to keep them safe, but now that you're following in our footsteps, so to speak, I think they're perfectly safe with you. And as you kind of examine, the watch seems to be like a regular watch. It is, like I said, it's got the engraving. You recognize it as one your father wore all the time. The fabric, I'll repeat, was one that like a month or two kind of before your mother disappeared, she was wearing like all the time as just like some kind of accessory, whether it was in her hair or like a bow or something. You sort of grasp this fabric, and for you, this is going to happen very quickly. You recognize that this fabric just like is an Eidolon.
Oh shit.
And what this does, this fabric is like incredibly durable, and you just like all this kind of just like appears in your head. You would know that the name of it is Joan of Arc, and it is a piece of fabric that you can control like the size and shape of. And when I say fabric, it's like really durable. Like I said, it's made out of some kind of like metal. It feels like.
I imagine the default size is like bandana sized.
That's what it was a lot of the time. I'll just be like blunt about the inspiration for this. It's like a banner, like a banneret. One of those big things you'd have on the pole.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I recognize that. Yeah, I know what these are.
Yeah.
That's huh.
Let me see if I can pull up, or if you want to like throw a picture in one of the chats.
Yeah.
My immediate thought upon hearing that it's an Eidolon is that they expecting us to use this somehow, because I did not know that we'd be allowed to be using NPC Eidolons like that. It's clearly a quote-unquote virtuoso Eidolon, I guess, because it's a physical thing.
It hasn't come up, but it's like the maniac knife that Shepard has. You guys can definitely use it. There's going to be restrictions and stuff on it. Like it won't be as effective as the original user, but
So here's a question, and I'm not sure if this is technically a game question for you as the GM, and not a Epcot question for you as the writer.
Mm.
Given what is said in the book, like Conductor, their Eidolon doesn't disappear after they die. In fact, one of their things is after they die, a space around their Eidolon is just, it just becomes a thing. Well, isn't it a thing that virtuoso Eidolons after people die can still work, or like they still exist, kind of?
yes, that's fully what I'm pulling from here.
So, but we don't know if she's dead. We just know she's gone somewhere. Did she just lose her Eidolon at some point?
I think
Somehow?
I,
At that point, that's more of a writer question. I'm sorry.
I get not to take the wind out of your sails, but I was going to reveal some of this stuff.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's a valid question and everything. But yeah, like this, I think the whole like leaving like a physical Eidolon behind is very cool. So I want it to happen a couple times. I'm going to like balance it so that, essentially we'll do like once or twice per like session, just like the knife. You know what I mean? Like when I mentioned the gun way earlier, the idea was that you had one bullet with that a session. And I think
Alright,
it's
then.
similar to that.
Yeah, like fake little gun thing.
Yes. Solution is gonna like kind of shakily hand these to you.
Huh. Thank you.
Now, like I'm the reason your mom and dad are gone, kid. I had a moment. I can't say a lot. I'm trying to think of what I can say to get around my job. I had a moment where I had to take this job, and it was before kind of me and your mom and dad had kind of figured out everything that was going on. And shortly after, part of my job involved dealing with them. And it's haunted me ever since.
I see. So I presume they're. Yeah. Well, he sort of implies dead, but he doesn't want to say it.
I'm I was really hoping you might just be able to live just a regular life here without doing too much. But I mean, the blame isn't me. Your dad had a real interesting Eidolon. That's still kicking. Kind of like your mom's.
Father's Eidolon.
He kind of just knew where bad people were. And it seems that now it's still kind of kicking around in the city. And it's bringing good people to fight the bad people. And for better or worse, you're good people.
The kitty is trying to knock the cards around. Nate.
The kitty saw the world and got excited.
She was she was
wants
sleeping
art
on the
and power.
shelf, and she just woke up. Oh baby.
Lucian kind of stops here. You guys are a good chunk away into the beach. The water is like sparkling. It's not quite sunset, but it's getting to that like orange part of the day here. It's reflecting off the water. And Lucian is gonna turn to you and is gonna say, I can't hide anything from I've got to do what my superiors say. And if any of my superiors happen to ask questions about you and your friends, there's not much I can do.
I see.
I think you can do what we didn't get a chance to do. And as he says that, there is a gunshot.
What?
You are going to... I think you see, just like a flash, Lucian has kind of this jerk reaction. And he's going to grab you on the shoulder. And then you're going to seem to, like, jump forward. And you see he is... How mean do I want to be here, I guess?
Oh my god.
sounds like you're already being pretty mean. So,
Are we gonna get the like Spider-Man like Spider-Verse like that uncle scene?
That's just Spider-Man in general.
You see, he is lying here, injured. He has a gunshot. You feel that woozy kind of sensation again.
Man,
I'd say advance your damage check, but we're right here at the end, so I don't think it's gonna come up.
I'll still do it.
I guess what do you do here in this moment?
Well, so Lucian just pushed me after the sound of a gunshot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess. I don't know. Frazzled. So I suppose Charlie would just turn around and see how he's doing.
Yeah, he's not dead. He's got like a gut shot here. I think if you look away, you can see someone storming off in the distance. They have got like a rifle over their shoulder. And they're just booking it. And you see...
Very fucking good music for this. Charlie's going after him.
Charlie's going after him?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
wait, where's the rest of us, by the way?
Send a text to Vincent. He'll fly over.
They've gotten pretty far away from the hotel itself. Will you... Ma'am? Ma'am.
Ma'am.
This is with the arc to see how pure Charlie is, I see.
I think you guys are at the hotel. He's kind of just like halfway between the north and south side, I think I mentioned. You guys definitely heard the gunshot. It's not that big of a place.
He's gonna...
Are we like in the hotel room or just like, or wherever, I guess?
You can say where. I'm going to kind of push that you guys are in the hotel waiting for Charlie to get back. But you can be wherever you want in the hotel.
Okay. Can Vincent like turn into a bird and like fly in the direction of the shot?
Yeah. I think you see the scene. I think you see Charlie sprinting towards this person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Victoria's now running.
I guess, are you going for Lucian on the ground, or are you going for this person? And you're going to let Charlie handle it?
I'm going with Charlie.
Shit, I don't know. What does Vincent want to do here? I guess Vincent will go for Lucian and will like pick him up and like bring him back to the hotel.
Okay.
How big of a fucking bird are you?
Well, no, I think he's going to land and like
You can
transform.
rehuman or something.
Yeah. Rehuman.
Okay. So, I'll
Return to monk.
I'm going to say you can just get working on that. Charlie, you're booking it for this person. I think you're definitely faster than this person. You get closer. You see black hair, they have this rifle. I think they kind of peek over their shoulder. The rifle is going to shrink and change size. And you see they're going to basically turn around with a shotgun and take a shot at you. Go ahead and advance your damage check again. But you're right up on them, basically. And I don't know if you'd recognize this person.
Can I before I forget? We had the moon earlier. Did we make sure that we ticked for experience for getting a negative?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. We didn't do that.
Before I forget.
Ouch!
She is a menace right now.
Julie mind marking.
She's like...
I know, I'm sorry.
I think eventually I might try to also make my separate thing in one of these chats, just so we have, like, what's the word for it? Cross-referencing?
Alright.
Dude, she is like, I have awoken and you must pay attention to me.
She was up on like one of my shelves
For like the last 2 hours.
this whole
Oh, there it
time.
is again.
Girly. Hey, girly. You wanna
Uh,
sit
And you
down?
get like those like
Chill
square
out?
borders that block off the sides of the desk.
Kitty wants attention, apparently.
She's
Poor
so
baby.
cute.
So she doesn't get it all day.
Yeah, but this guy gets kind of a glancing shot on you. Oh, you're at Desperate?
Yeah, I'm not desperate.
Okay. Well, that's perfect for this, frankly. Yeah, you see, skinny guy. He is visibly frustrated at this. He didn't think you'd chase after him. You've got him right where you want him, basically.
Is he still running?
I think he stopped at this point. He's
Okay, fair.
going for fight mode at this point.
Yeah, in that case, Charlie's gonna attempt to frickin' now this man shot his uncle. He's getting the sword.
So that's the Lovers, the Devil, and the Magician.
Oh, fun cards. Fuck.
You get what you want at a price you can't afford.
The Magician is just a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also don't get XP for it.
Yeah, and then
This is a scrap. If he plays a negative, he's gonna take damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's as fun
Yeah.
as the card is, Julie. My next damage track is defeated.
Oh,
I
right.
can't really afford that.
I'm sorry.
you can gamble.
I mean, to be fair, if you did have like a death scene here, that'd be really cool. We could do a couple things there.
No,
But
no,
he's
just
not a
you
he's
go
not
for
a
the magician.
conductor. He can't
Yeah.
can't make those deal things. He doesn't have that move.
Well,
I
just
don't
because you
have-
die doesn't mean you like. Just because you go to defeated doesn't mean you die. You make like death saving throws essentially.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up often, but there's a move for it. It's called Face Death. When your damage track reaches defeated, you face death. Draw biz, ignore the normal forecast you play. If you play positive, you pull through and you're rendered unconscious until others contend to you. On a neutral, if you play a neutral card, the forces of the Undertow will offer you a choice. Release your grip on the real world and let your soul sink into Undertow. Or return to the land of the living in exchange for paying a cost or doing a favor for the beings on the other side. If you play a negative card, you will likewise be offered the opportunity to turn to life, but the cost will be much higher.
I mean, I guess we know what the price we can afford would be. That's kind of boring, though.
Mhm.
Plus, he already made it clear he doesn't want that. So, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
No, just go with the magician. It don't hurt nobody.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Okay, I was the lovers.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Charlie probably doesn't go for lethal here. I can't imagine him doing that. But how do you mess this guy up?
Frickin'. Does he still have the gun thingamajig in his hands?
Yes.
Well, he's slicing that,
Hell yeah.
and then automatically just overhead slam down with the shield.
So as you cut this
Knock him down.
gun, you see like a similar slash just fully appears across this guy's chest, and then you just poof, into the sand here. And you've got this guy down. He is wheezing. This is not like a very strong person. But you're also really hurt. This how I want this to be. I mean, I think you know what I'm angling for. I'm just trying to think of how to incorporate it. This man is just kind of crawling away on his stomach at this point. I think you see like a go-kart like in the short distance. Not close enough that it's like a real risk is going to get there, but
What you said is not close enough to be a real risk, right?
yeah.
So, okay, never mind.
Well, Charlie's not gonna let that happen. So he's just
Of
gonna
course.
try and hold down this man trying to crawl away and like, why did you do this? So did you shoot my uncle?
Okay. Let me think here. He is mostly going to. I don't think he responds. I think he is kind of just gasping for air here. I think he pulls out a phone from somewhere and is going to basically hot dial someone.
I shoot that phone out of his hand.
Yeah,
He's
we
not
can see.
seeing the chance.
Let's do a bombard there.
I believe that's 2 all.
Temperance and the Fool. Oh, that would have been so fucking close.
Oh no. No.
Is that your dissonant?
Haunting us.
That's her
that's
dissonant.
Charlie's
And that's his
resonant, and I would be
resonant.
pulling it out of the card out of the deck for a while. In my dissonant, I could
Oh, my-
push past, but I mean,
All my resident does is push back the phantom clock. It's fine.
I could still be useful at some point. Plus, your resonant also acts as a positive, and it does cool shit. So
It's fine, man. Really.
Again, you can push.
Good.
I know the tower's coming up.
I'll trigger that
I'll-
phantom spell if you want.
I'll push.
Okay.
We're getting closer to the phantom fight.
Okay. That's going to get you the chariot.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, there goes my resonant.
Oh,
Everyone is just like, fuck.
Oh, who cares about that one?
At least it's a
Yeah.
good card.
Yeah, mine's already out of the picture, so you don't gotta worry about mine.
you exceed your own limit.
That is a neutral.
Yeah, and bombard. Usually the forecasts don't matter, but
Same with
I'll say
Victoria.
anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, tick. Sorry.
Yeah, tick us a clock. Clock's at 9. It's getting there.
And now applies that hard rule.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun.
So yeah, you quickly you just barely do it, but you do get this phone out of this guy's hand. I think Victoria would recognize this guy as Brooke. And Charlie, you've got this guy pinned down, and I think in this
Who the
moment,
fuck is Brooke?
The guy from
The twink
guy
with the
who
phone.
took Lottie. The guy with the 2 phones who was at the fucking Bug City.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Fucking dickbag.
whose Eidolon I still haven't revealed.
He
Well, I've revealed it a
isn't
couple times,
in-
but
he isn't in the list. But also, his Eidolon is probably the gun, given the fact that cutting the gun cut him too.
Well, the gun originally was a phone. That was his second phone. Just an FYI.
Oh right.
It could shapeshift.
Yep.
That
He's a-
explains why cutting it did that.
yeah, Charlie, you've got this man kind of pinned down. You see the shattered phone shapeshifts into what am I gonna? It's gonna ship into a bottle of painkillers. That's what it's gonna shift into.
What the fuck is this even?
And
I don't,
he's just gasping for air.
bro. I'm
You're-
done.
Oh, excuse me, Dad's calling.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Rip.
What a fucking dickhead.
I have a guess as to what you're trying to lead into based on what you said earlier.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I'm correct, so I'm just gonna say it anyway, and I'll see if I'm right. You don't have to tell me.
Go nuts.
You're trying to put Charlie in a position where he is going to be framed for a crime, specifically because he just assaulted this guy who theoretically has an alibi. He didn't shoot him. He didn't even have a gun.
No, I'll just tell you no. That's not what I'm angling for here. That was like earlier. That's resolved.
Okay, alright.
Oh.
I think there's enough evidence here to be like, no, he got like, you know what I mean? Like, I could.
They know enough to know that, yeah, Charlie doesn't have a gun.
It would feel weird to be like, hey, we settled that. Let's do it again.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't even know it was something that happened. I didn't really register it as that.
Yeah, I'm back. What did I miss?
We were
I
just
was just
Nothing.
asking a question about the scene.
yeah. So you've got this guy pinned down. He is struggling. I think Charlie, you hear this voice in your head. I don't know if you've ever said or haven't said that Lancelot can talk.
Considering a cool thing I thought of with Julie recently, let's just say he does.
Yeah. I think this is Lancelot's voice, but only you can hear it. And he is going to kind of just say to you, we have him. We've seen what he's done, and we could cleanly exact justice here.
Meanwhile, Victoria's in the background. Are you okay, Charlie? You got him held down. Let's, I can go try and get something. We can have this handled. He can get arrested probably.
Charlie probably not paying attention to Victoria hearing
That's
his own
fair.
Eidolon, and he's just
That's
gonna
fair.
reply, "We can't kill him."
I think we very much can. Are you saying we shouldn't?
Yes, it wouldn't be right.
This isn't a fan fight, so we can't push back too much. I mean, I guess I'll say out of character. You see what I'm angling for here, right? Roughly.
I know you want conflict between Charlie and Lancelot. Not entirely sure what you're trying to do, but it's cool.
Okay, I think this will be fine. He's going to... I think he says something along the lines of, I think it would be wise to nip this problem in the bud. I think it's a difficult decision, but as a ruler, that's what you should do.
I told you before, you can't kill anyone. It's not going to solve anything.
Can you, I guess, tell me, and this is, again, a little bit out of character, half in character, half out, would Sir Galahad be a completely different entity, or...
What do you mean?
Like, would he have, like, a different voice or a slightly different personality, or would he just be...
He would be a different kind of person than Lancelot.
I think at this moment, then, you hear a voice you recognize, but you can't put a name to, kind of speak up. And I should have read a little bit more about Galahad. Galahad was a... Galahad is going to speak up and say, well, we'd be best without a ruler, then.
What do you mean?
I think Lancelot here is implying that you get to make all the decisions. I think you and I would agree that that's not...
That's not really Charlie.
Yeah. It's not really Charlie. How about you let me ride along for a little bit longer?
You're right. Don't need the power to rule. Just want to protect.
I think you've got Sir Lancelot summoned still. I think Victoria, you see this from like a third perspective, how there is the setting sun in the background, over this large body of water, and Lancelot sort of fades. What kind of like physical differences were you thinking between Galahad and Lancelot?
I actually did have a reference picture. I think I sent it to you. Let me find it real quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you are.
So let me just post it in campaign talk.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
So, here's Galahad.
you see the armor definitely start to change. The sword goes from more of a like linear to a triangular. The hair recedes is not right. The hair seems to shift into a shorter, younger appearance. And you see that figure kind of standing there with Charlie.
Just the Lancelot for reference.
Victoria's just staring at them, surprised. Would Victoria have any clue of what just happened at all? Or, like, would it have to be a dredge for her to know anything?
I mean, you would know that, like, nothing bad has happened. And that this is sort of like when people's eidolons change. Like, it happens sometimes. This isn't quite as dramatic as, like, a phantom fight. And the fact that it was smooth is maybe the biggest thing that stands out to you.
I still kind of want to know what happened, though. That's just kind of weird.
I mean, yeah, if you want to do a dredge.
Sure.
More XP.
Judgment, the High Priestess, and the Hangman.
The High Priestess.
The High Priestess is neutral. The supernatural acts through you. 100%. So now is the funny moment where I get to say, I don't know. I guess this will just be like, I guess, between the three of us, or me and Charlie. What exactly do you think this represents for Charlie?
Instead of trying to deal with all his problems and fixing everything through force, like, kind of figured was the case internally at one point, just find another way.
Was Sir Galahad going to be the final incarnation, do you think? Or did you plan on going further?
If Charlie were to get another Eidolon evolution, as it were, it'd probably just be a more advanced version of Galahad. Like, a Requiem kind of style.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be a new entity altogether.
So I think what Victoria sees is you kind of look into the undertow here, and it takes a moment, but you can see the form of Lancelot kind of just fading into the undertow and leaving. And I think what you might understand Lancelot to be, Lancelot was sort of like a minor shade that was haunting Charlie as sort of like the form of some like unresolved conflict with his parents and Lucian and such. If that tracks with King.
Yeah, that works.
Huh. I have a question, but I'm gonna be right back for a second.
Okay.
But I do want to continue this. Main thing is, could I use shadow reading in this scenario, or is this different? Because technically I just did it on Charlie's Eidolon.
Yeah, I think 100% you can.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back.
I guess this is not like a huge thing, so I'll jump over to Vincent and Shepard. You've got Lucian here. Are you guys... I feel like Shepard could do first aid.
Yeah, I was literally looking at that. It's like...
I mean,
this would...
like, Vincent's form of first aid is he's immediately going to undress his top. He's going to take his jacket and his like shirt off, and he is going to put something as like a gauze, and then like he's gonna take his shirt and like kind of like use it as a gauze and like tie his jacket around where the shirt is to keep it in place.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, I want to wait a moment for Julie to get back so that I can reveal some stuff to them too.
Okay.
Because if you're gonna fully take the top off,
Vincent's like, all right.
It's gonna be like
Not
a
shy.
werewolf situation.
I'm back. So, funny thing is, this is technically me setting up something King wanted to do, but number one, the situation probably isn't the best for it, but also number two, not the Eidolon that I was expecting to have this competition with.
And I still think it'd be cool if you want to do it.
That's fair. But, so I learned this about Galahad, and I'm just sort of looking at them, like, you know, I think, the main concern Victoria has right now is he okay? Because something happened that made his Eidolon seem to change, or like, that made Lancelot leave, for the better it seems, but his uncle did just get shot. She cares about him and wants to know if she needs to step in and help at all, or get him away from the situation, or do something. And that's directing basically at Charlie. What is the most honest answer there? Is there anything that Victoria needs to do, or does Charlie need help with anything?
I think, if I understood your question right,
It was a very
he would
broad
just-
question.
yeah.
Sorry.
So I think he'd just be like, help Uncle Luke.
Alright. So do you want to ask the question before Victoria starts heading off? 'Cause remember, that's a neutral. You can ask me a question.
Yeah. So, I guess Galahad now would be like, hold a moment. Something on my mind for a while. Are you Shade?
Victoria was just about to, like, we're gonna do this in two parts, because remember, there's the meta info that your character learns from me directly, the most honest answer, and then your character just talks to Victoria directly in character. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like I said, two parts. Victoria hears this as she was just about to head off. She realized, I should probably go back to Lucian. And she turns away, and then she hears this new Eidolon say that. She looks back at it, it's like, where did this come from? Of course not. That doesn't even make any sense. Why would you say that? And she's clearly she looks like she's saying that to Galahad, but she knows that since Galahad represents a part of Charlie, she's kind of saying it to him. She's kind of offended by that. And of course, yes, she's a Shade, and not just any Shade. The most honest answer. Nate, how detailed should I get about this?
I think it depends. I think you could say whatever you want out of character, but as far as what you like have to say is just whatever an answer to the question is. So like I think yes fulfills.
Yeah, it's a very simple answer.
Yeah.
Well, is it, I guess, either possible or okay if Galahad replies to that?
I mean, it's knowledge that he would know, even though she lied.
Yeah. Well, I guess in that case, Galahad will be like, well, if that's so, just remember, we're here to protect you, okay?
All right. And from there, she runs off. She's not fully sure how to read that, and she's not
No.
gonna stick around to find out.
So you're on your way back. I think you show up to the scene here, where Vincent and Shepard have started to give first aid.
As I assume, as hotel staff is contacting for medical.
I think Carly is still there.
Yeah.
Carly shows up and is like, I can't leave you guys alone.
For 2 damn seconds.
It's been 15 minutes and we don't even have guns here. I don't know how that.
I just literally yell at her to like shut up and do her like in help.
Yeah. Victoria is showing up right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Vincent has already taken his jacket and his shirt off and has used his shirt as like gauze kind of and has wrapped his jacket around this to keep it in place.
So where did Lucian get hit? Like the stomach?
Yeah, it was a gut shot.
Yeah, it was a gut shot.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna have like Vincent turn into like a porcupine and just grab like two quills for like tweezers, but gunshots.
No, you
do
do not want to remove that because that is
Yeah.
something you want to do in surgery. That's like when you get
Yeah.
stabbed with a knife. You want to keep that there because you can bleed out. Basically, Vincent wants to keep stuff there to A, catch blood, and B, to put some pressure there to stop the bleeding.
I think you kind of just rip the top off he had. I'll post this in chat, but I'll also say it. The tattoo he has on his wrist says "Never fall in love with an ass," which I don't think anyone's gonna get, and I'll have to explain later maybe.
Oh,
And you also, I think you catch a glimpse of this. The thing you saw on his lower back was a gem that looks like your guys's.
All right.
It was not a tattoo.
Okay. Did Victoria arrive yet?
Yeah.
Did she hear what she was saying?
Did Victoria hear what Carly was saying?
Yeah, Carly.
Oh yeah. You can fully show up whenever to this.
Yeah. Hearing that she's rushing over, it's like we got the sniper. We got the sniper. Is there anyone else around other than just us?
Handful of staff, I think.
All right. As I'm gonna get closer to Carly and be like, it was an Eidolon user. I've seen them before. They can change a phone into different objects. It's weird. It was a gun this time. They tried to shoot Lucian, or Charles. I don't know. They shot at them, and Lucian got hit. It
Oh.
seems like this job is turning very dangerous for him. People are trying to get him killed for some reason.
Okay. She's gonna pull some like handcuffs out of a bag, and she's going to just take me to them. These people. I think she's gonna turn to Shepard. I think these people can take care of him.
No trust
I'm
in
hesitant
Vincent.
to do that because I know what you're thinking. I'm kind of in the same boat. It feels like any moment we leave this guy alone, someone's just gonna kill him.
Okay. I guess Charlie, do you want to show up carrying them?
Yeah, and this is actually something I wanted to ask involving the second part of his new Eidolon description. Could holy power include the ability to heal?
There is rules for how to heal.
Yeah, there's a move called Healing Touch. You can only use this move if your Eidolon power can somehow heal wounds. If it's ambiguous, get approval from the GM. And when you use your Eidolon's healing abilities on another player character, you may reverse their damage track once for each time you take the Phantom Clock.
Yeah, I think you can fully take that if you want.
All right.
I think it's-
And,
10 o'clock.
well, it's not a player character. He's trying to heal here, though.
It's flavorful enough. I will say 100%. If you want to make sure this resolves great, you can tick the clock to do so. I think that is a
Yeah.
fair trade.
That is a fair trade. I'll take that.
10 o'clock.
10
But,
o'clock.
Yeah.
Because zoom in there. Earlier, I was like, it'll be fine.
You, you
So-
say
Now we
that,
just need some XP, bro.
Okay, so the funny thing is, you say that, but whenever the phantom clock starts getting to a certain point, we all start wanting to drive it there as if we're racing to see who gets the next phantom fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you 100% can do this. Do you know what it looks like? Is it classic, just like a light, or?
Yeah. Thing. Well, to be specific, Charlie was trying to heal the guy to make sure he doesn't fucking die.
Oh, are you healing the guy you Brooke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. I thought you were going for Lucian.
Well, he can too, but I was... When he said carry him down, I thought Charlie was coming back with the dude.
Yeah, I know what you're saying now. That's good.
I think what he was confused by was being.
Wow.
Shepard.
What happened?
Shepard just dropped.
Shepard just dropped.
Oh no. I hope Shepard's okay.
That was sudden.
Well, this wasn't really games.
Oh.
Welcome back.
My tablet died.
Oof.
Oh my.
But what I was saying was, I think what he was confused by was the fact that you were healing the person who shot Lucian.
No,
I
it.
just thought you were gonna be carrying him back, not healing him up.
I can see both happen. I think this works out fine. I was immediately like, oh, I don't think I'd care if he was hurt, but that does make sense for Charlie to worry about that.
Yeah.
So is that still just one tick, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird if it was 2 ticks just for healing 2 NPCs.
Yeah, I'll see you get both of them with this in this moment.
Alright, cool.
Carly is going to, I think, see you do something and is going to, like, avoid looking, sort of just like as a courtesy. Yeah, it's very eyes up to the, or hand up to the eyes. And it's just like, okay, we've got, this is ridiculous. This was supposed to be vacation, Lucian.
now you got shot. What the fuck? Got into a.
We'll get transport. We'll get you, not, I guess not home. Goddamn.
Victoria's gonna just, scoot in a little bit, if this was a show, just like, she pops in from off camera
Mhm.
in a very weird angle. It's like, maybe you should get some more guards for this guy. Make sure they're not people who don't like him. And she pops back out.
He's the head guard. I mean, damn. You're getting bad at your job, bro.
You're getting old, man.
I mean, you can't really guard yourself, by all accounts.
I mean, to be fair, you told this guy to take a vacation. That's the point of a vacation, to let your guard down, isn't it?
Just to be throw off this, I can change the description now.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I also want to point out, I mean, he out of character, he can totally protect himself. It's just he's been, every time he's had the chance to, he's used it to protect Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm going to go as far as to say that he's an anti-villain. I'm expecting fully that we're going to confront him in an antagonistic role
Mm-hmm.
at some point. But as it stands, he has shown he is a very good man.
We need to find his contract ASAP.
Well, you know where it is.
Hell yeah!
Behind him.
Hey, Hey, Lucian. Just for a minute. Yeah, 10 seconds. I need it in there.
Yeah, but I don't want to necessarily roleplay this whole thing out. But I think Lucian and Carly get a ride on one of the few cars in the city. They end up going somewhere. I don't think they say just like headquarters, and they just kind of take off. It's not like you guys know exactly where they're going. They've taken Brooke with them.
Fuck that.
I think at this point, some staff has kind of approached. One of them recognizing Vincent, and is sort of just like, we were told you guys were allowed to finish your stay if you'd like to. We ask you still don't go in the pool, please.
Vincent's like, the fuck, I didn't do anything. You said the one day. What the fuck happened to that? I think Vincent's always just like, man, what the fuck?
You'd scare the other guests.
Hey,
Sorry.
Vincent, it's fine. There's a lot going on, you know. We have a
It's like,
motel
fuck it,
stay
I'll just go to
still.
the
It's a very
beach.
nice motel. And things that are settling. We still have things to do. Let's just use she leans in and whispers, let's just use this as our base of operations for now. We need to let Redbone know what's been going on.
Vincent just goes, oh, okay. He's
Yeah.
like, alright, sorry.
But you guys have the whole next day. You can have Redbone show up here and hang out. You guys can go back to the hideout. You can do whatever you guys feel like you want to do here.
Yeah, I feel like Shepard's immediately going back to the hideout.
Oh damn. I was gonna ask what's closer to the shopping district.
The hideout is on the opposite side of the shopping district from you guys, basically.
But like, is it equidistant or is the motel closer to the shopping district? Or not?
The motel will be closer because it's in one of the two other center areas.
No, I just feel like Shepard's like a little paranoid at this point. Like, is he gonna be like attacked for some reason just by proxy?
I mean, yeah, if Shepard, you take off, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I think if you're just done with this, you're like, yeah, no, screw this.
Like,
Shepard's like, hell no, I gotta go.
we came for a job, we got a job done.
back.
It wasn't pretty.
I just missed the last 20 seconds, at least.
Pretty much, Shepard is paranoid and is heading home.
Alright. Well, the reason I was bringing up the shopping district was because we still have a job to do. We didn't actually finish it yet. We can get it done, and then we can go home quickly after.
Oh wait, we still have a job to do. Oh, okay.
Sorry, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and speed this through, and then we get to go home because I am done.
Imagine going on a quote-unquote vacation and being more exhausted afterward.
Imagine
No,
going
that
on
sounds about
vacation, having a huge fucking fight and being accused of by one of the people that you work with literally in your same foundation, and then getting shot.
Just angling for your job.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm a little bit confused. What other job are you referring to?
Getting the contracts.
Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't think you guys were doing that.
I figured that I thought that the idea was just do it whenever, and I was thinking get it done as soon as possible because, from my perspective, it's not downtime until the mission's done.
Oh,
And the mission wasn't just to find them; it was to grab them.
I was under the impression that it was just to find them. I didn't think you guys would go for this yet. Okay.
Oh,
So,
I'm
who's heard the
sorry,
story
is
of?
this not? Is this? I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, no, I was thinking you guys get information and then you regroup and you figure out exactly how to. You know what I mean? Ooh.
We can go and scout out the place for a second.
Holy shit! I didn't even. This is.
I mean, Lucian is technically down at the moment. He's probably not going to be going back to guard right away. This would be the
That's
time
actually a
to
good
strike,
point.
technically.
This would be the perfect time then. Fuck.
If it's all the same to y'all, I kind of have to go.
Yeah. Let's end session here, no matter what. Then.
This,
Yeah.
you know, this has been going on a little while, and I have something I have to do soon anyway, so that's completely fair. I wasn't saying immediately now. It was probably gonna be a next session thing anyway.
Yeah.
It was a fun time though, and glad all this happened. It was really freaking cool and fun.
I'm glad. I was a little bit shaky there at parts, but
Yeah.
I get
It
you.
was mostly at the beginning because, you know, everyone was super quiet and no one knew what to do with
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah, that started flowing real well. But yeah, I gotta go. Good
All right.
shit. See you later.
see ya.
Alright, so yeah.
Alright, see you again.
Who wants to recreate the Library of Alexandria?
I don't know how. You really took me off guard there, Julie.
I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I'll ask in chat, but I just want to make sure. Does everyone seriously want to?
I mean, I'm down. We don't even have enough XP to level up yet either. And we're
Yeah, that's
like
another
on the
good
verge of we're also on the verge of another phantom fight. We've got 2 more ticks and over there. So potentially next session could also be a phantom fight.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping next session's a phantom fight.
Oh, it'll happen for sure. If what we're I'm gonna stop the recording here too.